I messed up before our anniversary, but his revenge is so extreme I can't take this any longer. Happiness, love, and marriage should never be taken for granted. I did that. I took my husband and the happiness he gave me for granted, and now I am left alone. Everyone hates it, and I am hoping I will find some support here. I am Emma, a 26-year-old woman married to the love of my life, Liam. We have been married for 3 years. Liam came into my life as someone who brought back the happiness and the colors to my life. I had been going through a lot during that time. I had lost my job, and I couldn't find another. It was like bad luck was persuading me everywhere, until he came into my life and everything changed. He helped me find a job because he knew so many people, and now I work as a lawyer for a very important and well-known company. He was a financial director in another company. So we dated for 2 years, then he proposed. It was one of the most wonderful days of my life. He seemed to be a gift sent by God for me. So on, everything was great. We got married, and his parents gave us an apartment. We were both young, and we could not afford to buy one for ourselves, so we were going to rent one, but they bought it for us. We loved each other so much, and we had this great passion between us. I am one of those women who thinks that passion and sexual relations are 2 of the most important elements in a marriage, because then we would be called friends, wouldn't we? But let me get back to the story. My husband was a great man with a very kind heart, and I was the one that destroyed what we had. We had a happy marriage, and we were ready to create and build our own small family. We also wanted to have kids, but just where least expected things got the wrong turn, our relationship slowly changed, we lost our passion, and he no longer showed the love he had for me. Maybe he didn't have it anymore. I don't know. I just know that things have changed. This started some months before the moment I'm writing. He started acting distant, out of nowhere. I thought maybe he had many things at work going on, and so I asked him how things were going. And he really told me that he had a lot of things on his plate at that moment. His company was going through a difficult financial time, and he had a lot of things to do. And yeah, I understood that, but also wanted him to find some time for me, because I was missing the time we used to spend together. But okay, I thought that things would get better with time. On the other hand, I had always been an extroverted person. I've had a lot of friends, and I still have. Even when I got married, I never gave up on my friends. I always used to find time for them, and time after time we organized parties, dinners, or even trips. So my friends would not let me get upset or bored during those times. My husband also was not the jealous type. He always supported me and wanted me to be happy. But of course, he didn't want me to go out every weekend with my friends. But when he was buried, I would go out more with them. I needed to go out to escape from the situation we were in at that moment, to take my mind off it. So yeah, I used to go out more during those times. During those times out, I knew Levi, a blonde-haired boy with those blue eyes. He was very handsome and had this masculine, hot body. He was a friend of my friend, so he started going out with us. Slowly, I got to know him. He was 30 years old. I felt so attracted to him, sexually attracted. I thought he was attracted to me too, from the way he looked at me and from the way he used to touch and dance with me. He started going out with us regularly, and I started going out even more. So often that my husband got suspicious. However, I never thought he would be so suspicious to control my phone or my life or my timings in general, because this is what he did later. But at those times it felt like I was blind, and I didn't notice my husband's behavior, or I didn't really know what I was doing. I just wanted to enjoy the moment, and I was so excited that I was experiencing these new feelings with Levi. I forgot I had a family, a husband whom I loved. I know I am to be judged, but life happened. I don't know how or why, but I did all those things. I cheated on my husband with Levi for 6 months until he found out and he took his revenge, which was destructive to my life. Not only I lost my husband, but also my reputation and my job, and I was praying for my family to let me in. This is how it ends, but I have to tell you the whole story so you can advise or give me your honest opinion. So I was going out with my friends and Levi. We were flirting all the time, and almost everyone noticed it. We also were very close while we were dancing. We touched in a way that was not normal. It was very noticeable from everyone. I want to specify here that there were some of my friends that knew my husband. They were common friends of us. To be honest, he knew almost all my friends because, since we were together, we got out very often with them. We also often organized trips and parties. And honestly, I felt a little afraid that one of them could go and tell my husband about Levi. But then I thought, what would they tell? There was nothing going on between us. I didn't know that in their eyes we were close, touching and flirting. At a point, I don't know why, but I didn't care. I liked that boy, and I wanted to have some fun. It continued like that for a little time. Then he asked me if he could see me alone, and I said yes. I don't know if it was a date, but we went for dinner out, just the two of us. During the dinner, he asked me if I was feeling the vibe between us, and I said yes, I was feeling it too. He confessed that he liked me and had sexual fantasies with me. I didn't know what to say. I just smiled. The reality was that I too was having those fantasies with him. I know it was not normal. I know all about it. I just couldn't stop myself. I was there hoping my husband didn't find out about what I was doing. So yeah, we also talked a little about our lives. Guess what? He was married too. He told me that he wanted a divorce from his wife because she had made his life miserable. She was very jealous about everything and everyone. He told me that his wife always wanted to control his phone and all of his life. I told him that maybe his wife was jealous because she knew what he was doing behind her back. I mean, wasn't he there with me telling me about having sexual fantasies with me? He was. Also, my husband was getting a little jealous lately, but he was also right because, look at me, what I was doing. However, I didn't stop. He didn't want to go home after dinner because he didn't care what his wife thought anymore. He had told her that he wanted to get divorced, so he proposed to me to go somewhere and drink. And then I told him, what if we go to a hotel? I could not believe what I had just said. Was it me? I did that, and he smiled and said yes, of course. He said he would love to. So we went to a hotel and we had crazy sex. I mean, it was really amazing. I had never felt something like that. So at that moment, I didn't regret cheating on my husband because I really enjoyed it. Levi told me that he also enjoyed it. He wanted to meet me again, and I wanted that too. So I told him we would be in touch and then left. When I got out of the hotel, I felt fulfilled. I was feeling happy. I went home and I was conscious that I was going back very late. My husband was waiting for me to be awake. As soon as I got in, he shouted at me, "Where the hell have you been? Do you have any idea what the time is? I have been calling you for hours and nothing. Where were you?" I talked calmly and said, "I had dinner with some friends, and then we went out for a drink." "Why are you so nervous?" "Why am I so nervous? My wife wanders around the city all night and you ask me, why am I nervous? Never do that again, okay?" I didn't like him giving me orders, so I told him that I would do whatever I liked, and he couldn't stop me. I also told him that he was the one getting away from me every day and more. So why was he complaining now? He got even more nervous and told me that if I did come so late, even one more time, I would see what would happen. He also told me that I was selfish because he was working hard for us and for the family we wanted to build. I didn't talk anymore because he was very mad at me, so I went to sleep. For the first time, he didn't come to our room. Instead, he slept on the sofa. When I woke up, I saw him having a coffee and working. Even if it was Saturday, he was working. I felt sorry for what I had done, but just when I was looking at him, a text message changed my mind again. It was Levi. "Hey, beautiful, how did you sleep? Can I see you today?" I didn't reply instantly, but I really wanted to see him again. I went near my husband and asked him how he slept. He told me okay. I also asked him if he wanted us to do something together, like going for coffee or later for lunch. Surprisingly, he told me fine, let's do something together. So I could not meet Levi, so I replied to him that it wasn't possible. I told him, today it's not possible, maybe during the week. And his message, "I am going to be missing that hot body of yours. Can't wait to feel it next to mine." The message literally turned me on. I went near my husband, and I started kissing him passionately, thinking about that message and the sex I had with Levi. He kissed me back with the same passion, and he grabbed me over the table, and we had sex right there. It was just wow, wild and hot, and oh my God, we hadn't had that kind of sex for a long time. But the sad thing is that it was awesome because I was thinking of someone else. Isn't it a way of cheating too? I guess it is. Someone else made me horny. That day we went out together, and he had been believing that everything between us was just fine. We talked about our life together, and he told me that he had been working a little harder because he was going to get promoted again, and he was going to be paid more. Looking at him made me feel so bad for the things I had done. He was my love and my family, but I cheated on him. I didn't do it just once. The second time happened during that week. Levi took me to a hotel, and we enjoyed the presence of each other so much. We had wild sex I felt I was obsessed with. The issue here was that on our way to that hotel, I was careless and a common friend of mine and my husband was with us. He was already suspicious. I didn't notice him watching us when we got in the hotel, but he also made pictures of us going in. It was horrible. It was like I was shaken hard to be back in reality. I didn't know all those things, guys, until it was the day of our anniversary, a week later, and he told me that he had organized a small party with all our friends because we deserved it. So the next week, it was our wedding anniversary, and I bought a watch for him as a gift to show him my love. At this point, I really regretted cheating on him, and I didn't want to do it anymore. I just hoped he wouldn't find out. Little did I know that he already knew everything and had been playing around acting like he didn't while he was planning his revenge, which I can't seem to get over. I also bought a red-hot dress to wear to our anniversary. He was kind, and he didn't let me suspect anything. When the night came, we both got ready and headed to the place where the party was organized by my husband. We both looked so nice together. We were such a beautiful couple, and I destroyed it. Before getting out, he told me, "Let's take a picture, and I will send it to you right away, so you will never forget about this night, because this will be the night of your life." I felt happy because I thought he meant that I was going to be happy, because he had organized something special for me and for both of us. When we arrived there, our guests were already there. Well, most of them. And they were really many. I didn't think he had organized such a big party. Suddenly I felt this. I suddenly felt an emptiness in my stomach when I saw Levi with all the group of our friends who were well known by my husband as well. Then my husband came near me and asked me to go with him to say hi to our friends. When we arrived there, he told me that Levi's wife was his childhood friend. They were both there. He introduced me to her and then also introduced me to Levi, like I didn't know him. At that moment, I got so afraid. What the both of them had been working together and finding out about our affair. He was so strange when speaking to me and Levi. How strange life is, don't you think? All my other friends seemed strange too. I was really scared, but I tried to look like nothing was going on. The truth was that I cheated on my husband before our wedding anniversary, and I was standing there hoping that nothing bad would happen, hoping that my husband would not find out about my affair. But it was too late. I messed up before our anniversary, but his revenge is so extreme I can't take this any longer. Now I will tell you the very essence of the story. My husband told me that he had prepared this small video with pictures of us that would tell our love story. So me and everyone else was waiting for it to start. It started with a picture of me and Levi together half naked in the bed. I remember we did that picture with my phone joking, and I never deleted it. I was shaking and I was about to faint, but he came near me and told me, "Hold on, my love, it is not over yet." How could that be? For sure, he found my phone passcode, and he also had been talking to Levi's wife. After the first photo, there was a photo of the two of us, me and Levi, getting in the hotel. I thought I was dying from the embarrassment and the sense of guilt. I could not look into people's faces. Everyone was making sounds loudly like, "Oh, what a bitch, ECT!" After that photo, guys, there were screenshots of our conversations all along those times, like, "Hey, beautiful, how are you? I can't wait to feel your body and mind today. Hey, am I fine, and you? I can't wait to feel you inside of me today. I am already horny." Oh my God, I wanted to die right at that moment. The video ended with a picture where we were both kissing. At the end of the video, my husband whispered into my ear, "I told you, baby, you will never forget this night. What you did to me will forever pursue you. And now, finally, everyone knows what kind of woman you are." At that moment, I wanted to disappear. I wanted to die. My world was falling apart. But I couldn't move on. I couldn't go away because my feet would not obey. I was in shock. Then Levi's wife came near me and said, "I hope you two will continue to have fun, darling. You only deserve each other. You are so disgusting." After her, my parents came and said a flow of words. I was just listening. Disgusting, disrespectful, disappointed, shame on you. I can't take this any longer, guys. I messed everything up. And to finish with, Do you remember when I told you that my boss was kind of a friend to my husband and he had found me this job? Well, you may imagine that I don't have a job anymore. Liam didn't talk to my boss, but he came near me and told me, "Don't you dare to come back to the office. At our company, we want honest people to rely on. But you betray your husband and family. What values do you have?" The party was over in this way, and then I went out following my parents, begging them to let me go home, but they didn't even look into my eyes, because I knew they didn't raise me with those kinds of values. I let everyone down, and I knew you would also judge me because I was the one that destroyed my life. I made it with my own decisions and actions. Everyone was going out of the party, whispering and talking about me, and then I got a text message. My husband sent me the photo we took before going out. "Revenge tastes so good," he wrote next to the picture. I could not stop crying, and there were no words to say. Levi had also gone, but I didn't want to see him. How stupid I had been. I destroyed my marriage and my life, and also hurt another woman. I am really hoping you give me some advice on how to get out of this situation because I no longer can do this. Now, months later, I am not doing fine. I am not okay. I am jobless and homeless, and I have no one to go to. I am emotionally drained, and my money is about to end. After that night, I went to my parents' door and asked them to let me in. I begged for them to let me in, but they didn't do that. My dad shouted for me to go away, and it was gone. It took some time, a lot of time to forgive me. Every parent loves his children, but they were very disappointed in me. So I spent the night there. The next day I went to a hotel. I had been working, and I had some money aside, thankfully. Meanwhile, I am still at this hotel and looking for an apartment. But it seems to be very difficult because I don't have enough money to afford one. Also got my things, which were sent to my parents' house by Liam. My mother sent a message. "Come take your things, they are outside our door." So I took my things to the hotel and the divorce papers also. I spent most of my day looking online for a small apartment, trying to save as much money as I can. I am not okay, and I can't take this any longer. As I look for an apartment, I am also looking for a job. But you know what I would need the most? A psychologist? Yeah, because I am falling apart day by day. But since I don't have money, I can't afford to go to a psychologist. I have no one to run to. There is just this friend that calls and checks on me, but I can't stay with her because she is married and they live in a small apartment. So here I am left alone now. I don't just have the broken heart pain, but I also have so many problems, economic problems. I don't know what will go on with me. I don't know if I will be able to handle the situation I am in, but life is really hard during these times. I am trying my best, but it is not easy. I know that everything I am going through is a consequence of my decisions and actions, but I really do regret my actions a lot. Since that time, I have not seen Levi again. I haven't even talked or heard from him anymore, and I don't want to hear anything from him. After that night, he tried calling me or reaching out to me, but I didn't want anything from him. The thing I went through with him was just a temporary thing. I don't know what I was thinking when I did it, but I lost it. I lost my mind. The pleasure I tried to have during that time, I am paying for now every day. We both destroyed our lives. I know no one trusts me anymore, but I really loved my husband. I still do. But I know that what I did is unforgivable. I have lost him forever, and I have destroyed my marriage and my life. So here I am, in a position I have never thought I would be, loving the consequences of the wrong decisions I have made, living in a hotel because I don't have any place to go, jobless because I lost the job, and without any person to support me because everyone has turned their back on me. I am drained emotionally, financially, and physically. I don't know what the future holds anymore, but I hope it will get better. Maybe it's true that after the storm, the sun will rise and shine again. But for now, it seems like the storm will never end. This is the story of how I destroyed my life, guys. Don't you ever take someone for granted. Keep the people you love close and never do things without thinking. Thank you for your time, everyone. Much love, Emma.